back to That Dad Guy. It's December 29th, 2023. Today was supposed to be freezing rain into 10 centimeters of snow. The roads look like they were going to be a real mess. I've been out a couple times this morning, and it's basically just raining out there now. When I woke up, I could hear the freezing rain hitting the window, but it's kind of warmed up into rain. I don't know if we're going to get the snow or not. You can see out there, it looks like there's some sort of frost on the ground, but that's about it. There's not really much of anything happening weather-wise here yet. It's hovering around -1 to 1 degree, kind of goes back and forth. But that's not why you tuned in. You tuned in because today is Friday, which means I show you the mail that I've got through the week. I don't show you the bills and the flyers and things like that, but of course I show you the postcards that have come in, whether it's through official Postcrossing, which I got 5 this week, and I got some direct swaps this week to show you as well. It was only a 3-day mail week. Monday and Tuesday were holidays because of Christmas, so only receive post on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Next week they'll only be post Tuesday to Friday because Monday is New Year's Eve, or a New Year's Day holiday. So let's get into what we tuned into. This is the small little packet of things that came in, but some really cool things have come in to talk about. If you're tuning in for the first time, make sure you subscribe, like, leave positive comments, share with other people. I do a bunch of different videos. It's not always post-crossing. Sometimes I'm talking about stamps. Sometimes I'm talking about Lego. Sometimes I'm taking you to local festivals and shows that are here. So I try to keep it in a variety of things based on basically what I do in my life. So that's why it's That Dad Guy. Sometimes I have my kids involved in it if they're around there, and I'll starting to grow up, so they're not in the videos nearly as much as they used to be. And so we just incorporate what's happening around us. All right, let's get into today's mail. The first one I have is, I'm going to start with the official ones. There's this season's greeting one. It comes from Finland. It comes from Anne, and a very cute little card here on a virtual pre-Christmas party meetup, which took place in December. What I really thought was interesting, look at the amount of signatures and stamps that are in here. Where it's virtual, I'm not sure how this actually happened. If they did get together, or they didn't get together, but if this many people all showed up, it would have taken a long time to stamp all the cards. And look at the lovely stamps that she's put on there as well, like the golf one. But yeah, beautiful stamps. You can see they had to put a little extra postage on there. That's what that stamp is, to even it out. So thank you so much, Anne, for this card. Very cute, and looks like there was a lot of people at the meetup, so it was a big success. The next card comes from the United States. It comes from Charleston, South Carolina. We've got a Star Wars card here. You can see they're on the planet of Naboo, and this is where Jar Jar Binks was from. And yeah, the person that sent this, I'm going to see if there's actually been put a name on here or not. Doesn't look, it looks like it comes from Ed. Okay, perfect. Ed, he said it was 66 degrees and he just finished, the sun had just finished setting. He grabbed some Star Wars cards and postcards, some stamps from eBay. He says it's beautiful here in Charleston. He spends lots of time kayaking in the marsh. He loves to go to Folly Beach. That's his go-to spot. And he likes to sit and watch the waves and the pelicans dive and fly by. And there are the stamps. So we got a Ruth Bader Ginsburg stamp as well as Star Wars stamps, and then the fruit stamps here too. So thanks for the variety, Ed. I appreciate it. One day we'll get to South Carolina. We have some people there to go visit. The next card comes from Germany. It's a hedgehog card. This one comes from Heike, and they say season's greetings from Germany. Hope you like the little fellow in the front. Unfortunately, they are less and less seen around now as they were during her childhood. So that's a shame that the hedgehogs aren't in their area as much as they used to be. Look at this super cute Christmas stamp. I haven't seen that one before. I don't recall it anyways. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I got another card from Germany. Is this one here, and it's all about tea. It says, this comes from Sue, and she says she's in a small town in Saxony, in eastern Germany. And she says she loves herbal teas and medical teas, which She says, I also grow in her own garden. And this card is about the tea drinking culture in East Frisia in northern Germany. So all the different things you might do with tea, including the sweets. That's the kind of the part that I would focus on. I'm not much of a tea drinker, so the cakes and sweets and pastries and things that go along, I'll enjoy those instead. But for those of you out there, and I know there are many of you that love tea, here's a card of tea facts, and there is the stamp. So thank you so much, Sue. And that card comes from the Paper Sisters. So if you're out there looking for new cards, Paper Sisters is a good option. All right, I got this envelope, another one from Germany, official one. There are the stamps. And inside we have a folded Christmas card. Ta-da, nice star image. This comes from Monica. So thank you, Monica, for the Christmas greetings. She says, she is already in Christmas stress. This was on the 12th of December. We had lots of snow, but it's all gone now and it's been raining. I wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. So I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot of stress that comes with Christmas sometimes in order to find the right presents and get decorated and get food and all the rest. But hopefully you got to enjoy your Christmas nonetheless, and you got beyond the stress, and maybe you even got to have a white Christmas in the end. We didn't get one this year. All right, let's move into some direct swaps now. I got this envelope with those beautiful stamps from Dave in Illinois. So very Christmassy themed, and of course inside we have a folded Christmas card, Let It Snow. So thank you so much, Dave, for the well wishes there. And hopefully you guys had a wonderful holiday too, and getting ready for New Year's. Another one, another Christmas greeting, a Christmas greeting from Disneyland. This comes from Kristen in Texas. So thank you for thinking of me and getting me a nice Disney themed Christmas card. And on the back, she has used all the snow globe stamps that came out this year. Happy holidays. So happy holidays to you too, Kristen. The next card, another one that is holiday themed. And this one comes from Shawnee in New Zealand. So she's sent this card out. I'm trying to see if it shows the date. December 11th is when she sent it. So didn't quite make it here for Christmas, but not too bad. Coming in here on the 29th. And someone's losing some of their holiday treats as they've got their Christmas card. And this is the New Zealand stamp. And the cancellation, you can kind of see half the cancellation there. The rest of it didn't quite make it. And so yeah, thank you so much. Hopefully you had a nice holiday season as well. And I look forward to your next video because she comes from Great Stamp Adventures. So check out her channel. All right, this next card comes from Brazil. And you can see they've added some stamps to the front with all the animals. And he says, hello, my name is Luiz Gustavo, and I'm from Brazil. I also have a YouTube channel called, and this is where it gets hard to read. It looks like it's Nin, N-I-N-T-A-V-I-T-O. I'll have to look at it. It says, my brother and I hope to move to Canada to live as immigrants. Take care. So, you must have found me on YouTube. Thank you so much, Luis. There's the stamp. I hope you get your wish. If you want to move to Canada, hopefully you do so. But you're going to be leaving a beautiful country with warm weather and coming to a country that has a variety of seasons, let's put it that way. So thank you so much. And I will try to decipher the YouTube channel that you have just to check it out. All right, this next card, another Christmas card. This one comes from Yulia in Russia, or Yulia in Ukraine, where she says they're still fighting the Russians in her area in Odessa, still rockets going by on a regular basis. Yulia gives me updates on how the conflict continues to go, the war is going in Ukraine. She says this Christmas card, I have it sideways, I know, but I gotta read the back. So this Christmas card depicts the work of contemporary Ukrainian icon painter Alexander Upkin, O-K-H-A-P-I-K-I-N. Children sing carols, angels sing melodies, but the most important protector and guard is our soldiers. Thanks to them, we now live in our Ukraine. 3 weeks ago, I had a big tragedy. My beloved cat Yakov passed away. So I'm very sorry to hear that. He thinks it's the stress of all the fighting and all the rockets going by. I had a recent update from her that there was a rocket attack again in Odessa, and luckily she and her family and house were saved. But it's still stressful. You've got to remember that the war continues to rage on, even though people aren't talking about it nearly as much. The focus seems to be on Gaza these days and the Israeli-Palestine issues going on. There are other issues that are happening, and so media seems to be flighty that way. They talk about an issue for a while, and then something new and shiny comes along, and they talk about that next. So I'm not going to forget that the people in Ukraine are struggling, and we want to see an end to all of that. We want to go into 2024 and see more peace abound throughout the world. Every year we kind of say the same thing, and every year we go in this cyclical transformation of repeating our mistakes. So hopefully one year we'll learn from them. All right, moving along, but not forgotten. The next one comes from Media in Finland, and this is a first day cover of the passing of one of their presidents. You can see the nice cancellation mark on there too. And inside we have a couple cards. We have this card here. It's a Lucia card. Are you familiar with Lucia cards? Maybe. And they said the stamp is of the late president, and we have lots of snow here, and it's -4 degrees. So a lot more snow there. Then she sent this card, which her cousin designed. And so her cousin Sana's, which she sent me a few of her cousin's cards, very talented. Lots of different one here. So that's the National Museum. That's what's depicted on the card. I said these cards probably won't make it till the new year, so they did squeeze it in before the new year. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Media. The next card comes from Carl in Austria. It's another meetup card. This one doesn't look like anyone signed the back though, other than himself. So I've got a few of those too. I bought some extra meetup cards, some of mine that weren't signed on, gives you more space to write. It's a beautiful Austrian stamp for the holidays, a nice cancellation to go with it too. So thank you so much, Carol, for that meetup card. All right, the last card I have comes from my friends Andre and Merritt, who are from Estonia, but travel the world. Andre likes to go to remote post offices and get cancellations from places that maybe you wouldn't normally get cards from. And he also puts his post-crossing ID on traveling. So people are very fortunate to get cards from these places too, with some very small post-crossing ID numbers. This particular card that he sent me, I had to look it up. Once again, there's been some places he's traveled to recently, New Caledonia and some French Polynesian places. In the Pacific, he is still in the Pacific traveling, or at least he was at the time of this card was sent, which was September 17th. It's taken a while to get here, but that's understandable because this card comes from the Pitcairn Islands. I had no idea where Pitcairn Island is, and so I looked it up. I'm going to show you on a map here. I'll pop it up here so you can see where it is in the dead of the Pacific Ocean. This is the sole British territory left in the Pacific, as I understand it. There are 4 islands that make up this territory, but Pitcairn is the only one that's inhabited, and it has 47 people on it. It has a gross national product of $210,000 New Zealand, because I use a New Zealand currency, New Zealand dollar. And they put out a King Charles III stamp. So very happy, one, to get a Pitcairn Island stamp, one, to get the new one with King Charles III on it too. You can see the cancellation mark on there. How small of a post office was this? Andre Merritt, if you happen to be on and see this video, I'd love to get the feedback on what it was like to go there. You know, the island's not very big. It's the only one that people live on. There's 47 people on there. They still have a governor. They still have people that are in charge. Among 47 people, half of them must be working for the government at least. And I guess the only way to live there is to marry someone who lives there, or be a descendant. I think it's, and all the people that lived there were kind of descendants of pirates, and yeah, very interesting to get a card from here. And I was able to throw up a few facts there for you too. And I had to look it up, like I said, I didn't know where it was. So thank you everyone for what came through this week. Very surprised. Every week I'm surprised at what shows up from where it shows up around the world. Yes, you expect to get cards from the United States and from Germany when it comes to postcrossing, but where in those countries and what those people do for a living or what they're interested in, it always varies. And my direct swap people too always vary who's going to be sending me things and when they're going to be sending. Sometimes I get something from the same person each week, and then sometimes I don't hear from them for a while, and then they show up again. So I am thankful for all of those. To give you an update on Santa Claus and his letters, I know that they have started to reach their destinations, whether they were in Canada, in the United States, or travel abroad. People are starting to get letters from Santa because they must have been on the nice list. Not to say if you didn't get one from Santa this year, you were on the naughty list, but I had a certain number of people that I was able to tell Santa they would like to have a letter, and he seems to have complied, and people are getting them. So if you've got them, congratulations. If you're still waiting and one shows up, love to hear about it if it shows up. All right, that's it for today. Tomorrow is That Dad Guy Answers. I will go live with my live stream for That Dad Guy Answers at around 10 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. So if you want to join me, feel free. Love to hear from you, hear your questions, and let's have a happy new year. We're getting into that time. Have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?